Welcome back to our podcast, where today we'll take a deep dive into a crucial topic, the financial journey of elite athletes. We'll analyze their earnings, spending habits, and the financial impact of life events like divorce. Joining me today is Solomon von Herclestein, a financial architect dedicated to helping athletes secure their wealth. Solomon, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to share these insights, especially since many athletes face significant financial challenges, often after a brief but booming career.
Absolutely. Let's start with our first scenario. We have an elite athlete with a 15-year career, initially earning €10 million a year. What happens to their finances if they manage their money conservatively?
In the first scenario, despite earning €10 million annually after taxes, they net about €5.3 million. But here's where it gets tricky. Their annual expenses can equal or exceed this amount, leading to a deficit. So they rely on sponsorships and past investments to cover this gap.
Right. They have to allocate their income to lifestyle, wellness, investments, and even philanthropy. How does this impact their long-term financial health?
Over 15 years, if they continue this trend, they could accumulate significant wealth, projected to be around €59 million at retirement. The key is their investments growing over time despite initial high expenses.
That's impressive. Now, let's contrast this with the second scenario. What happens when a divorce enters the picture?
In scenario 2, the athlete faces substantial financial hurdles due to alimony and asset division. For instance, if they divorce after 5 years, they lose half of their assets accumulated during that time, and must pay 30% of their gross income in alimony for another 10 years.
So, the financial strain is amplified, and instead of accumulating wealth, they could end up with negative net worth by retirement. How does this stress their finances?
Exactly. Their ability to invest drastically decreases, and fixed costs remain high, which further erodes their financial stability. By the end of their career, they might find themselves bankrupt, including debts and ongoing payments.
It sounds like living beyond one's means paired with unforeseen life changes can have devastating effects. What recommendations would you give to athletes to mitigate these risks?
First, a prenuptial agreement is essential. In addition, athletes should consider asset protection trusts and income insurance that covers potential alimony. Lifestyle adjustments are also critical when financial situations change.
Great insights, Solomon. How can an athlete begin to approach their financial future more strategically?
I recommend they look into educational programs like the Cardinal Project I created. It's not just about managing money but teaching athletes to invest wisely, while protecting their wealth from risks associated with their careers.
That sounds like a powerful initiative. Many thanks for sharing your expertise today. We need to remind our listeners that securing financial health is just as crucial as athletic prowess. Any final words of wisdom as we wrap up?
Absolutely, proactive financial planning can dramatically change the trajectory of an athlete's life post-career. They must take control of their financial narratives, enabling them to thrive well beyond the field.
Thank you, Solomon. It's been a pleasure having you. To our listeners, remember that financial education is key to ensuring your success endures well beyond your athletic career.